Good evening, everybody. Welcome. It's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk. So it's Wednesday, Stamped One Sheet Wonder Day. That's traditionally when I do my one sheet wonders, years and years ago, and it's become a thing. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't, but today we are. So I'm going to be using the stamp set that I used last night, very briefly, to make that card, that lovely card. So if you missed that, do go ahead and watch afterwards, after you've watched this one, if you're watching this on the live, and check out that card. I just had another look at it just now and thought, it is pretty. It is a pretty card. It is very, very nice, very soft and delicate. All right, so let's go, everybody. Oh, let's say a quick hello to the folk on the live. Let's have a look. Let's see who's here. Hi, Terry. Hi. Oh, you want to know how the workshop went today? Yes, it went very well, thank you. Hi, Lisbeth. Hi, Anne, Ida, Heather, Deb, Mindy, Shaz, Bernie, Patricia. Hello. Tracy, Christine. Hi, Mary. Hi, Sherry Sparks. Nice to see you. Okay. Desk view. Oh, it's all the way over there. No, bring it back over here, and then I'm going to move my mic down because apparently I'm meant to talk into it like that, not like that. I don't know if that makes much of a difference, but there we go. And do that. Get my lighting sorted out. Hi, Carrie. Welcome. Hi, Anne. I haven't quite decided what colours I want to use. I've had to put my radiator on today. It is so cold. So cold. And then I quickly ran and got a jumper on as well, because this hoodie on rather. Right, let's switch the light off. So, kind of cheating, because I still got the stamps on my desk from yesterday. And then I thought, oh, did I not grab the stamp? Oh, bear with. Hold on, my brain has gone a bit bonkers. I thought I knew what I was going to be doing. Ah, right, okay. Sorry, I thought about getting that off my shelf, but I didn't actually do the taking it off my shelf bit. That's why I'm feeling a bit lost. Okay, let's think colours then. I think I'll just go with basic white as a base. Now I know I've got a little water stain there, but I think it's okay. It's not going to impact things too much. So I wanted to have a go doing a Stamp One Sheet Wonder just with the flower and, well, is it just flower stamps? Let's have a look. What did I didn't use these ones yesterday, did I? So I probably should have a go doing that. Ooh, what colours are we in the mood for today? Seeing as it's been cold, I'm wondering whether to go for a few blues. And I need a stamping mat. I'm just going to go for that one. So I'm thinking colours. Colours. I'm thinking we'll start with Darling Duckling Secret Sea as our kind of jumping off point. And then maybe some Granny Apple and some other yellows. Or maybe we go for Lemon Lolly. What about that kind of palette? Right, let's have a look. Granny Apple, Lemon Lolly, Darling, Secret, Misty, Lost and Pretty. You could start writing poetry with that, couldn't you? Right, so this one, that's the biggest one. So now I need to just double check alignment. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to do it. Just going to go for it. Okay, so I know I've said this a few times before. Oh, Coastal Cabana would look lovely. Yes, it would. Hello, Yellow Roses. Long time no see. Hi Marilyn, hi Margaret. I'm in the mood for soft blue, pink, yellow and green. Oh, are you? Right, well, if I get this one done quite quickly, I may do another one. Because this is my first go doing a stamped one sheet wonder with this stamp set. So I thought I'd have a go just doing it with just this one. And then if I've got time, I'll do another one. So... I was going to do like a cluster there and then a cluster here. That's what I was thinking. That's where my brain was going on that one. So that was Darling Duckling. Then still got the new stamp smell. New stamp smells lovely. How well is my microphone picking up whispering? Okay, so Lemon Lolly is almost a little too light to do stamping off, but there is a very faint amount of Lemon Lolly there. All right. So what would happen if I were to stamp? Now that doesn't look very clean to me. That looks like I didn't clean my stamps last night. Yep, I would be correct. Glad I checked. I was about to turn a yellow ink pad green. Okay, and oh, that one needs cleaning as well. It's amazing how a stamp can look clean until you actually get a bit of moisture onto it to reactivate the ink. All right. See, I am wondering whether to... Oh, no, I want to go bold. I was going to do yellow on yellow, but you know what? I think I'm just going to go crazy and do Secret C on the big one. I'm just going to go all in. Right. Oh, this is actually quite easy to line up. I'm quite pleased about that. Oh, she says it's easy to line up, but then doesn't actually do it. But there we go. I love it. Forgot to do second generation, but never mind. Go. Oh. My excuse is that I can't hover over the top of it because I'm sitting down. And it's a bit tricky. Either that, I'll just say, I wasn't aiming for it to be correct. No. I was just aiming for imperfection. It's fine. Okay, so that's Secret C on Darling Duckling. Let's try a bit of Misty Moonlight now. Now, where's that stamp gone? Oh, here it is. Okay. So the trick with lining this up is, I think Stampin' Up have been quite clever. They kind of made it so it's easy-ish to line up. So, let's see if that's it there. Yes, it is. But it is very faint, my lemon lolly. So it is a bit tricky. You know what? I'm not going to worry too much. I'm just enjoying the process. Christine, I could use this stamp set in the clusters and lines. I could, yes. I'll have another look at it. I couldn't use it for the leaf. I'd use there's not a lot of options with leaves in this one, so I'll probably be using leaves from another stamp set. But yeah, certainly for the flowers, I could use this one for sure. Oh, now I had 2 messages this morning, South Pacific evening time, folk reminding me, thank you ladies, you know who you are, that I did say that I would do a product based class on this stamp set and dies, and also the Gallery Blooms set. So I've not forgotten. Well, I did forget yesterday. I've now not forgotten. And I will look in my diary to see when I will do that. Right, so then we have these very interesting centre pieces here. And I'm feeling a little bit lazy, so I think I may just use that one now to do that. But in the, I think I'll go Misty Moonlight inside that one. Because these flowers are very stylistic. They're not, yeah, especially when they're stamped in this colour combination. They're not, I'm not intending this to look realistic. So to do the stamped off ones. Okay. Then there's a tiny little centre, which I think will come in useful to match up with some other stamp sets. some of you will know from previous videos how excited I get about a new centre for a flower, because it kind of means that you can mix and match and create your own flowers. Talking of mixing and matching, I'll tell you how my morning went. So the workshop was attended by parents that are carers, children who have some with additional needs, whether it's physical or learning. And so I try to cater for a broad ability or experience with crafts, because I hadn't met that client group before. Right, so I'm just thinking of leaves. I've got that sticky thing. Might use that for a minute. Yeah, so what was interesting was first sort of family that came through the door, a young man, a little bit younger than my boys, who's clearly on the autistic spectrum by his movements, actions, sounds, but came in with a drawing pad and a book. And I commented, I said, I asked questions about the book and drawing and so forth, and he showed or explained to me that the book was a book that you're probably familiar with them if you've ever bought a book for a child. It's a book where it's kind of split, so you can like create your own monsters or mythological creatures. So we have one, my husband's, and it's like superheroes, but it's got like 3 sections to it, so you can kind of again create your own superhero. Anyway, one of the activities that I was doing was to make to cover 2 pieces of corrugated cardboard, to make a front cover and a back cover, to make your own like notebook or journal. And I took lots of paper then they could put inside the book covers. So I got really excited when I saw the book that he had bought, because I said, well, if you like drawing, I said, we could make a book for you to create your own characters and creatures, because we could split it. So that is exactly what we did. And I was so excited to be able to just, with the things that I had brought with me, do something so specific for this young man that would hopefully make him quite excited about drawing his own creatures. And yeah, so next week I'm planning to take my book and also a pop-up book, because he was I mentioned that I had a pop-up book and he said, oh, do you have one on animals? And I said, oh, I'm sorry, I don't. I said, but I do have one on dinosaurs. Sorry, no, he wanted a kind of create your own flip-floppy one with animals, and I said, I don't have one of those, but I do have one on dinosaurs that's a pop-up. So we'll see if that inspires him next week. Yeah, so it ended up that so Tom was meant to come and help me today, but this morning when we were getting up, Tom said, oh, I wonder if Ethan could do it. Anyway, so I managed to give in the appropriate paperwork to adjust my helper for the day, and Ethan came, and it was really beneficial because he's training to be a teacher and just needs lots of experience working with different people and different children. So there was a parent there with their child who was chatting to Ethan about, maybe doing some work, actually paid employment in the summer to get some extra experience. And then there were some other people there who were very excited, because apparently it's really hard to find good personal assistance for families with children with additional needs. And so I think they were quite excited because Ethan's quite, you know, he just kind of gets involved and gets on with it. So I think it was quite a good experience for Ethan. Okay. Right, as you can see, I've done some sort of stemmy things into there. And I think what I might do is just stamp some leaves now on the ends of the stems for a bit of fun. And yeah, what else did we do? So I took some really simple braiding. It's called Mind the Gap braiding. I had those all set up for the different folk, and also parents were to join in as well. And it was lovely because there was a mum there who said, oh, she goes, I don't really take time to sit and do things for myself, and so I'd taken some nice colouring in sheets that we could use the watercolour pencils on, and paintbrush and water, so it kind of makes you an instant artist, those sort of things. And yeah, they sat and did that. Then we had different bracelets being made and braiding, and yeah, it was just fairly chilled. It got a bit busier in the afternoon, but it was good. So this leaf, I've just noticed that, like this stem here, no, maybe this one here. So if I pop that on the end there, what I can do is, if I don't want the leaf to start at the end of the stem, you can actually stamp it further in, because that leaf has got a vein to it, so you can actually shunt it down a bit if you want. Not loads, but you can. So if you stamp these stems and then you decide, oh, actually I want the leaf not to be on the end, it's quite an easy fix. There we go. Yeah, you see, like that one, I don't want to start the leaf there. I want it a bit further down. Oh, thanks, Jen. Yeah, and it was really odd going back to that building. It was the building that our church used to use to meet prior to COVID. So I'm very familiar with the building. And so it was, and prior to that, I used to go in, I don't know if you remember, years and years ago, I used to talk about a dementia group that I used to go and do workshops for, and we also used to use that building. So yeah, different groups are using it now, but really making the most of the building because it's a very accessible building. So well, this is very enjoyable, I have to say. Just sitting here, popping some leaves in. Now I'm just putting some coming out of the flowers directly rather than the stems. I think the colour's quite, it looks almost a bit dull now, even though it's got yellow on it. I think the yellow mixing with the blue made it dull, but it's kind of quite an elegant looking thing. Oh, hi everyone, just joining, trying to catch the 2 mice that my cat's brought in. Ah, bless Jenny, they see you as the top cat and thus offer you their prey. You should feel honoured. Lol. Oh yes, I'm sure she feels very honoured. Well, at least you know they're good catchers. Well, no, they're not good catchers really if they let them go. Hi, Diane. Oh, nice that you could join. Did you get them, Jen? All right, so what have I not used? Oh, the little flower. I am thinking now of, instead of stamping the littler one, so it's this one here. Let me explain what I'm talking about. These ones, because I feel the whole thing needs brightening up a little bit. I'm just going to stamp that with Darling Duckling, just to add a bit of extra kind of like brightness around the place. Okay, I quite like that. And then maybe, see, I haven't even touched the greens. I was going to do some greens, wasn't I? But sometimes you get taken on a different journey with stamping. Right, let's stamp these lemon lolly centres. Because I don't want these to be too obvious. Sorry, I don't want these flowers to kind of take the limelight, really. They're just there to support the main cast. Okay. Now I did think what one could do is a little bit of dottage, but make like giant dots around the place. But no, I'm not feeling it. No, I think I'm just going to leave it as it is and just enjoy that little experiment. Might just do some flicage. Oh, I think there's still in there. Oh, actually, I could do flicage with this one, Secret Sea. Which is really rather dark, but very lush. There we go, just a few little dots, there we go. At least our 3 cats kill their mice before presenting them. Oh, one's gone into the fireplace. Oh, oh dear. Oh, thanks, Georgiana. Yes, tomorrow. How nice of your calendar to remind you. Well, that was a fun first play, and I do recommend that when you first get a new stamp set, especially when it's like this heavily floral, that you just sit and play with it, see what you can, see what happens. Okay, so for a bit of fun, I'm thinking I'm going to chop that in half, or shall I just... No, you know what? I'm going to just stamp all over. You know what? I'm going to be a bit naughty. This is how people used to do their stamp one sheet wonders years ago. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back 10 years. Right, you ready? This is how people used to do their stamp one sheet wonders. And of course you can do them like this. I'm being a bit naughty. Being slightly disparaging. This is why I didn't used to do them, because I didn't like it done this way. Let's get a pink. But whenever I used to see it being taught, they would go, "Oh, just stamp everywhere. Don't think about it. Just stamp everywhere." And then the results did look like they were stamped everywhere. And here I am just doing it. Although I can't help myself. I can't just stamp it anywhere. Oh, I'm trying really hard. Okay, there we go. Lol, I've done this in the beginning before you. I still stamp like that, says Mary. That's fine. Sorry, I'm being a bit naughty. There's nothing wrong in stamping like this whatsoever if you want an all-over pattern. And I'm all for an all-over pattern. It's just that I guess I enjoy a bit more thinking about the formation. But that's okay. Everyone does their own thing. Okay, so who said earlier with the colour scheme? Was it? Did anyone say yellow and pink? I can't remember. Should we go for a bit of coastal now? I think someone mentioned Coastal Cabana. And this is a great way to make a really fun background for a card. And it certainly is a good way to begin this sort of stamping, where it takes the pressure off really overthinking things. You know, when I come along and go, you've got to place your leaves like this, and you've got to do the V shape, and, you know, stamp off. You know, I make it so complicated. I know I do. So here I am now telling you it doesn't have to be so complicated. This type of stamping is very much about find the gap, fill it. There we go. Oh, right, while I've got the blue open, I know what I'll do. Mary doesn't think, she just slaps the colour down. There we go. Hi, Kay. Hi, Susan. Oh, with Mindy here as well. This would be a fun one to do your own doodling over the top of it if you didn't want to use the stamp set, but just get a pen and doodle. I could demonstrate that. I'm with Georgia is what I was doing before, Ruth. BR. Oh no, I don't want that colour. before Ruth. I like it. Oh dear. You know when you think something's a good idea and then you go, oh, it's going to take me a moment. It'll get there, but yeah, give me a moment. I think I'm going to have a drink break. Let's turn that around. Lisa says, Jenny, you can keep the cats and mice. Thanks. I want to know what Kay ordered in her pre-order. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to create with your items, okay? You always create such beautiful things. It looks like a Mary Quant print. That, of course, that's thanks, Kay. You read my mind. That's where I was headed. So anyway, after today's workshop, so my workshop finished at 2, but by the time we got home it was 2:45ish, and then I needed to head down to the hive because we had a lovely lady came back to do a silk painting workshop for us. That was very much enjoyed. I just needed to sort out some admin stuff. So our May list of workshops is now officially out, although we've been taking bookings for some of the May workshops because we try and advertise some workshops kind of 6 weeks in advance. So then I came back home. I had to have a little lie down. I was just like, whew, I'm pooped. And then we headed out to church this evening for Worship with Friends, which is not Worship with Friends. Supper and Songs. Tom loves his alliteration. And Supper and Songs is what happens usually during some like school holiday term times. And we have a little meeting at 6 and have supper together. Well, dinner, tea, whatever you want to call it. And then, you see, I can't help myself. I'm going to have to do some leaves coming from these flowers that are not going to be random. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't do the let's have just leaves falling from the sky. No, can't do it. Sorry. Yes, it is Inika. Yes, it's going to be released in May. Oh, and I'm doing first and second generation. Oh, I've done it now. There we go, first and second. Yes, so we headed to church. Now, I've told you about, there's a little boy who I sometimes look after. Jenny knows who I'm talking about, because she's met him. And he's known Ethan since he was a baby, and they get on very well. And just as we were leaving, he's just at that stage. He's going to be 3 in August. And I think he's just getting to that stage where he's got good enough language and he knows what right and wrong is. He knows I think he understands, yes, the concept of truth and not non-truth, and how sometimes it's funny when asked a question to say something that's not the answer because he knows that he'll get a reaction. So his dad was holding him, and so he was pointing to my son, Ethan, and said, "Who's that?" And he said, "Uncle Strawberry." And of course, he gets a reaction because we think it's hilarious because he knows exactly who my son is, and he's not called Uncle Strawberry. Sometimes I think his parents like trying to get him to call, like they like him calling me Auntie Ruth, even though he just calls me Ruth. And anyway, he just kept doing it. Like his dad would pointed to me. It's like, "Oh, it's Ruth." Point to May, it's May, but that's Uncle Strawberry. I just love it. It's just that kind of silly stage that children go through, don't they? I'm sure some of you recognise that stage. And it's that starting to understand that they can be funny or make people laugh and, you know, keep up the joke. But what Ethan said, it was very interesting that you could actually see it on his face when he was asked the question that he was thinking, what can I say that's not the truth but's going to get you could see his little brain kind of whirring. Okay, there we go. There's my little Mary Quant looking thing. Yes, very much so, Inika. Right, I am going to do a bit of doodling, just for a bit of fun. So let's just do, yeah, I'm just going to do that because I want to. I'm just gonna do a strip. Just to hopefully give you guys a bit of confidence to do this. When you do the lines coming out of flowers, make sure you do them at different levels. Don't all do them always the same size. Oh, didn't mean to do that. There we go, bit of fun. So the other option is to actually use the stamps that are designed to go with them over the top. So let's have a look at doing that. You know what? I might just do the dark. I might just do the centres. Okay. I was going to do the whole flower, but I think I might just do centres. So I'm going back to Secret C. So was that Secret C? Yes, it was. I can see myself working through a few of these ink pads and pens for Secret C. It's kind of like a really nice alternative to black because it's nice and dark, but it stamps really well. Those are really popping, aren't they? Oh, forgot some over here. Oh, and that one. Okay, that was fun. I know what I'll do. I'm going to be a bit controversial. I'm going to stamp that one. So that one normally would go with that one. I'm going to stamp that on that one. Oh, shocker. What a shocker. There we go. That's a bit different. And might just leave the pink ones and then just do this one over the top of that one, just for a bit of fun, just to see what happens. It's not as good as the other one, but never mind. It's just a pattern. pattern's not going to judge me for it. It's okay. And then maybe, I don't know what, I'll just do the centres of these ones. What about I do a big centre? Yay! Let's do that. Oh, Ruth's really shaking it up tonight. Who'd have thought? Not stamping as the designers meant for us to do it. Okay. So that just goes to show, even within one stamp set, you can create lots of different looks. I missed one. Ooh, I missed one. What did I miss? That one. Thank you, Georgiana. Well, that was a fun experiment. If you don't like it, don't do it. But I thought it was an interesting process to try. Okay, what's the time? Oh, got a few minutes yet. What was that, Vicky? Please stamp the flower. I haven't seen this being stamped. Please stamp the flower. Oh, the big one? That one. Yep. I really like the doodled ones. Oh, yes, they're very carefree, aren't they? Looking very carefree. All right, don't worry, I'll stamp something else. I'll do something a bit more serious now. So this is Impressions Abloom. So this is an online exclusive that will be available to customers from the 1st of May. If you are a demonstrator, it's available for pre-order right now. All right, I think I probably need to clean some stamps now. I'm not going to get away with it now. So if anyone wants to take a little toilet break or go and make a cup of tea, if you're watching the live, feel free, because I'll just be here a second cleaning these. So this is the, oh, what's it called? Stamp cleaning thingy. It's kind of like a bit of carpet. That's what it feels like. But it makes cleaning the stamps very easy, especially when teamed with the cleaning spray, which is specially formulated to condition particularly the rubber stamps that we sell. So there we go. Susan grabbed some chocolate. Oh, well done. Mary's going to crochet another row. I like it. Oh, and then, so my sister was up for a day, and she's crocheted a jumper for my father, but it's a stitch. So it's a stitch that she's, I don't know where she got it from, but it looks like cable stitch, like a knit. It's lovely. Oh, excuse me. And oh, now what was that colour scheme that Mary said? Stampin' Scrub. Thank you, Judy. All right. do I want to use these, or shall I go for something a bit different? I might keep putting pink out. Keep lost my glue now. Bit of flirty. Alright, this time I'm not going to try and make them match up. I'm just going to enjoy the process of stamping and see what happens. Just the rhythm of it and see where the stamps take us. Okay. Yep. All good. I was thinking of using that new one, that Pretty Florals one as well. We'll see. Oh, good. Wow, Inika, you probably got more for your, you know, obviously got more for your money if you were buying stuff in the sale. Yeah, enjoy. Oh, I know what. Okay, I'm just going to experiment with the idea of doing this just to hopefully maybe demystify the process. So if someone's thinking, okay, I want to have a go at this, but I don't want to be using like 10 different colours or, you know, lots of different stamp sets. So let me just break this down. So I've used all the solid stamps from that stamp set and I've just used Pretty in Pink. All right, one colour, one singular colour. And I'm kind of cluster stamping, so grouping flowers together, stamping first generation over the top of some of the second generation ones. But what I'm not doing is I'm not stamping a first generation like a different flower on another flower. So those have kind of crossed over a bit, but what I'm doing is not crossing these ones now over with any of the others, apart from if it's on a second generation piece. So second generation is what happens when you stamp for a second time and you get a lighter colour. All right, I quite enjoyed that. So now I want to go to flirty. We'll do that. Okay, so now as I said, I'm not thinking about trying to make them meet up. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to have fun and stamp wherever I want. Take care, Heather. Rest well. Hi, Bev. comments. Quite getting into this. I've gone quiet. Okay. Just enjoying the pattern. Okay, and I'll just swap the detailed one out for the solid. Go back to Pretty in Pink and do the centres for these detailed ones. So where I've done a detailed flower, I'm using a solid centre. Okay, I'll do the same on the daisy looking one. So I've only used 2 colours so far. I had all these grand ideas for it being super colourful, but no, this is the way it's ended up. And then I've got the detailed one. And I'm going to do the detail in the centre of the solid little ones. Oh, and the daisies. Oh, I've done the same colour. Oh well, it's alright, I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to keep swapping in. Okay. Forgot that one. Okay, that's quite nice. Okay, so I will go to another colour. I think I'll just introduce a little bit of Lost Lagoon. And got the 2 leaves. Okay, and onto the detailed one now, which is very pretty. It's a very nice little leaf. So we're saying goodbye to Cheerful Daisies. Cheerful Daisies is on the last chance list, and that one has a really pretty little leaf on it. Doesn't it, Kay? Because Kay likes that stamp set. It's very soft and sweet. Actually, they're kind of like candy colours, aren't they? Maybe not the green. Pink. All that pink. Alright, I'm not quite sure what to do with it now. I've got a real hankering to put lemon lolly inside some of these. Isn't that funny? I just really fancy doing a little bit of yellow. Oh, same here. I have that problem as well. Did you ever use it? I kind of figured that I didn't use it that much, so therefore it got, it decided just to go away. It's like, Ruth doesn't ink me up enough, so I'm off. Mine might turn up, it might decide to come home, because I suppose if I just tell it, look, if you don't come home and I sell you, you're definitely going to be separated from the rest of the troop. Oh, Vicky was just thinking yellow centres. Oh, look, I missed that one. What colour was that one meant to be? Meant to be pink, wasn't it? I can't be bothered to go back and open the pink ink pad. I'm just going to make it a yellow. That's quite sweet, isn't it? Definitely looks sweetie-ish now with the yellow. Lemon and strawberry sherbet, anybody? There we go. Missed one. Oh, missed two. I'll do that one again. Definitely need some kind of dottage, don't we? I'm thinking a bit of lemon lolly splattage. Tell you what I don't like so much, the green is sticking out a little bit too much for me, but I don't think there's much I can do about it unless I do a little bit of Lost Lagoon splattage. Oh, there we go. Oh, yes. Just helps break the space up a bit. You'd love to see this in purples. Well, be my guest. I'm sure you'd do a beautiful job. Okay. There we go. It just helps the, it just stops my eye getting kind of focused in on the greens, the green leaves, because then my eyes go all over it. That's what's happening there. Probably should do another few leaves over there somewhere. But I think that is pretty much it, really. So I'm going to start saying goodbye. So rather rare for me, I've ended up just using one stamp set. So I'm going to retitle this as 3 different one-sheet wonders with Impressions Abloom, because that is the stamp set we have used today, this one. And I haven't even used the words, but got a really nice different range of florals. Could have done with a different leaf, another leaf, not a different, another leaf as well as this one, in my opinion. But considering you've got 3 different flowers, I think that's really good. And then your centre can be used for those ones, but then also you can use that bigger one if you wanted to on the others. I love it. So let's just go back then. So this was the first one, and that was using Darling Duckling, what's it called? Secret Sea over the top of that. And then I used Lemon Lolly with Misty Moonlight over the top, and then did some leaves and so forth with Pretty Peacock. And then the second one I went for a kind of old-fashioned one-sheet wonder. It is a great stamp set, yeah. And just kind of like stamped all over, but just used the solid stamps, and then did a little bit of doodling there, just the centres on that one, and then on this one kind of was a bit subversive, went for trying out different matchings of the flowers to come out with that, and then went for that big old middle. That was fun. And then the last one, oh, so the colours for that one were Coastal Cabana, Pretty in Pink, Darling Duckling, and then Secret Sea for the darker elements. And then this one I used Pretty in Pink, Flirty Flamingo, Lost Lagoon, and Lemon Lolly. So four ink pads. That's not too bad for me. There we go. Oh, that is a gorgeous combination. That would make a lovely summer dress, wouldn't it? Hi, Cherie. You quite like that leaf. It is very nice. All right, so there we go. Thank you for joining me, everybody. I don't think I have much more news apart from that. And I do need to try and schedule. So you guys wanted a Gallery Blooms workshop class. And let me see if I've got dates. I know the South Pacific ladies really do want to do that one. So I just need to see if there's any Saturdays that I'm... possibly the 7th. Does that give me enough time to design it though? It might not, because I'm just realising I've got Artful Stampin School stuff to do. Ooh. a Friday evening for South Pacific friends? So 27th of June. If I did it at 8 o'clock my time. So 8 o'clock my time would be, what, 7 for Vicky? Is that right? 7 in the evening for Vicky? Bernie, what's that for you? If you were to do it. Sorry, I don't want to assume that you want to do the class, but if, just out of curiosity. So 8 a.m. for me. Where's my piece of paper that I did all that working out yesterday? Okay, I know what, I'm not going to write it for definite in my diary. I'll throw it out there, but potentially I can do something early, my Friday morning, and then, what's it called, Gallery Blooms? Oh no, I'm not going to do it in that pen. That's a bit permanent, that one. Pencil. 6 p.m. Sydney, 8 p.m. New Zealand. Oh, Diane. No, 8 a.m. my time, Bernie. 8 p.m. your time. Yeah, no, I'm thinking of doing it early in the morning for me. 8 a.m. mine. And then... So are you free on Friday the 27th of June, Bernie? And Bev and Vicky. They were the ones that were interested in doing that one. Oh, and possibly Lisa. Lisa, were you interested in doing that? Let me just remind you what Gallery Blooms looks like. It's that one. Now, did you guys want to do it with the paper as well? Like, was the idea that we would also create something with these? So you need to buy the suite, not the whole suite, but... No, Lisa, the vintage class is different. The vintage class on the 6th of June is more to do with textures and edgings and ribbons and threads and things. This is a product based one. Yeah. Are you free on the evening of the 27th, Bev? You know what I should do is write a list of all the different times at +11 and blah blah blah. Yes, it's very much product based. So it's Gallery Blooms stamp set, Gallery Blooms dies, and then the papers that match it. Okay, so Bev. I might just go ahead and schedule that then, because if, hold on, Bernie, Vicky, Bev, and then possibly Lisa. Okay, Bev already has a GSP. Okay. Oh, okay. Thanks, Lisa. Sorry if that timing doesn't work for you. Yeah, so it'll be a Friday evening. Yeah, so it'll be in the morning for me, Friday evening. And then for those of you who are not in the South Pacific that would also like to do it, then I will schedule it again for you guys, because 8 o'clock in the morning for me works out at 3 o'clock in the morning for New York, and midnight for like California. Okay, so I mean, if you're on the West Coast, then if you don't mind a late night, then that'll be fine for you. If you're in Hawaii, then we might see Hawaii there. So all right, I'll add that to the list then. So just bring back my thing from last night. So gallery, blooms, stamps, dies and paper. $27th. June, 8 AM my time. Yes, Inika, 9 AM for you. Yes. Yes. Yeah, 9 AM for my French, German, Dutch, Belgian. I couldn't figure out what I was saying then. Friends. Yes. All right, there we go. Right, what was your favourite? That one, that one, that one, or that one? 1, 2, or 3? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Right, thank you for letting me sort that out. And I will get round to listing the colours and everything that I've used in the next few days. And hopefully speak to you guys soon. Lots of love to you all. Take care for now. And if you've got any questions, please do email me, ruthtrice@gmail.com. If you have any questions about anything really, you know,